Hey, what's up guys? Today, a lot of mixed emotions. Last day with my Scatpack. I found a buyer and I am off to sell it before we transition to the Hellcat Redeye.
Welcome back, YouTube family. Those who are subscribed, so appreciate you guys. What a beautiful day. This is an exciting day. Shane, Guys Talking Cars. I'm so excited, and this is my brother's day. You're gonna get a lot of information. Those who have been following, you know that he was man, he was a lucky guy to get a Jailbreak 2023 Hellcat Redeye, just specced out to the max. I know all the behind the scenes, how long it took him, and that should be another video. We're working on something for that to kind of give you the background. But man, today's the day, taking delivery. I'm gonna meet him there, and I'm gonna be part of this this exciting day for him. But holy crud, this is pretty killer stuff.
All right, so I am on the road, headed out of town. At some point, I will be picking up my new Charger Redeye 2023. I did not ever anticipate that I was going to be transitioning out of my Scatpack this soon.
Jared has he's wanted a Hellcat for a long time. I'm actually, and I talked to him this morning, I'm actually responsible for sort of talking him out of it, which isn't a bad thing. But at the time when we both ordered our wide bodies, I said, look, you know, for an everyday driver type car, we used to laugh and say, who needs, you know, 707 for daily driving? I mean, who needs 495 for daily driving, right? I mean, you start throwing numbers like that, it's quite ridiculous. But for all intents and purposes, Scatpack was, I mean, it's ridiculous in its own right. It's just a killer family, you know, the Charger, just a killer family, everyday, super muscle car. I mean, it's just so cool in so many ways. And it does what it's supposed to do really well. And it's a fun car, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, you can watch all the other. So we kind of talked ourselves out of it and said, look, for the sweet spot in terms of finances and our purposes, it was all about the Scatpack. So we ordered them, and I think it was kind of that itch that he never scratched, right? He just, it was always bugging him there. And
so before we talk about how much I'm getting for my car, let's talk about a few things that, you know, I'm going to regret or I'm going to miss about this car. I think the first regret I'm going to have is just the time with the car. I clearly did not feel I had enough time with this vehicle to just enjoy it, and I wanted more time to enjoy it. I'm not really ready to transition over to a Hellcat just yet. I thought this car originally would be in maybe midsummer, then it was maybe April, then it was March. Now here we are, bingo, the car is here. So I think the first regret is just lost time with the car. You know, I wanted more time with it. I don't feel I did enough things with the car. I had a lot of ideas of videos I wanted to do, but life gets in the way and other things take priorities, other things happen. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, as the old saying goes. I think the other regret I have, or collection of regrets, is, you know, I was convinced I was going to keep this car for 5-6 years. I thought a lot of the things that were going around at the time in 2020 were, hey, sure, they're talking about last year of the Hemi, last year of the Scat, last year of the Hellcat.
The 23 model year Chargers and Challengers will be the last of the Hemi-powered L cars that we build. And when that window closes, there's no reopening it. Production ends December of 23. You need to get your orders in now or never.
But I really thought there was going to be more time, so I went ahead and invested in things like PPF and ceramic coating, and, you know, I put exhaust tips on it. So, you know, of course, the advice goes, if you're only going to keep a car a few years, probably don't do the level of things that I did there with the PPF. Now, I'm a believer in the PPF big time, and having to do over, I probably would have skipped the ceramic coating and just gone right to the PPF and done the whole car, because that's kind of one of my other little regrets is I usually steer clear of darker colors on the outside, and that even though I love this color, it's beautiful, it's, you know, going to show more stuff. It's going to show more rock chips, things like that. So it's literally almost 2 years later, maybe a few weeks shy of 2 years, and here I am parting ways with the car. So obviously the PPF, the next guy is going to really enjoy it, so congratulations to them. Yeah, if I would have known I was parting ways in 2 years, I would have skipped that. So speaking of the next guy, let's talk about the next owner of this car. He's an all-cash buyer, and I do mean cash. And we are going to go over there. We're going to do the paperwork, sign the title over, and I'm going to be carless. I'm actually going to be carless before I even get my Hellcat. So I'm kind of counting on the fact that that car is, you know, free of dents, dings, weird stuff. So bit of a gamble here, but that's what we're doing. So the number we settled on is $50,000.
Survey said.
So in today's market, getting $50,000, I feel pretty good about that. I'm not gonna sweat that, haggle it too much. The number I paid for this car was $54,000. So I don't feel too bad 2 years later selling a car for $4 less than I paid at all. It definitely held its value. So anyways, I'm gonna take you along, see how it goes, and stay tuned.
It's just going to be an amazing car. What he does with it in terms of drives it or whatever, that's up to him. But this is going to be a really cool day. So I want to give you a little background that I originally drove a Hellcat when I went to the lot. I didn't drive it. I actually sat in the passenger seat, and it was ridiculous. And I was actually dead set at that time I was going to get a Hellcat. I'm like, I'm going to get a Hellcat. And then of course we both backed off and did the Scatpack together. But man, oh man, just a monster of a car. And maybe it's in my future. I don't know. Today's making me really miss my Scatpack. So
okay, we are getting close. I'm about 10 minutes away from kissing goodbye to this Scatpack. Hopefully things go quickly, smoothly, and we're on to the next stage. As you know by now, I'm meeting my brother up at the dealer, and we're gonna check this Redeye out together. So stay tuned for that as well. Right, here I am, last days of the Scat. I'm inside right now, working this deal. We will check back with you in a few. I'm getting some stuff out of the car here. Oh, gotta get the last of this stuff.
woo! Pulling into the dealership, and we are seconds away from laying eyeballs on this thing in person. Stay tuned.